Hello, and welcome to WJCM Radio. Today, radio family, I come to you with a heavy heart. You see, late last night I found out that Roberta Flack had passed away, and I felt like I had lost a family member. Because Roberta Flack, I grew up listening to her music, and she lived down the street from me in New York. She lived on 72nd Street in Central Park West. I live on 110th Street in Central Park. And that's what we had in common, Central Park. But then I found out that she lived in Dakotas on 72nd Street. And I knew that building because another one of my favorite artists lived in that building, John Lennon. And when he moved in that building, it was in the media. And I knew I didn't live far from there, so I rode my bike down there just to see the building and couldn't believe that he lived that close to me. And then I saw a whole line of chauffeurs out there. And I got to know those guys. And they were telling me that there's a lot of celebrities live in that building, the Dakotas, on 72nd Street in Central Park West. And when they told me Roberta Flack lived in there, that was my chance to get a glimpse of one of my idols. I had already seen John Lennon several times. I watched him leave that building with no security and walk across the street into that 72nd Street entrance into Central Park. And he'd sit down there on the ground in Strawberry Fields that he named Strawberry Fields. And he wrote a song about that, Strawberry Fields Forever. And he wrote many other songs in that spot right there. And I'd see him sometimes there and I would speak, he would speak back. And I took that memory that I would never forget, ever, because it happened on a couple of times. Because I'm always riding my bike in the park. See, that park is 12 miles long and 6 miles wide. And I'm always in that park on my bike. So no, I wasn't stalking John Lennon. I was just in the park because that's my happy spot. And I would see him there at 72nd Street entrance. And then every now and then, Roberta Flack would come walking into the park. And I spoke to her once. And she spoke back, told me to have a nice day. I don't know if she was being funny or not, but I think she genuinely meant that. Then I got to know the chauffeurs that was parked out there in front of the Dakotas. I used to talk to those guys. And they used to tell me stories about John Lennon and Roberta Flack. And that made me feel even closer to them. They were telling me about how they would walk around the corner to their restaurant and have dinner. And nobody in that neighborhood would bother them because they felt safe in that neighborhood. I seen Roberta Flack window shopping. And I can't believe last night that I found out that she lives in Black Mountain, North Carolina. Black Mountain. And I thought, how ironic. My daughter lives in Black Mountain, North Carolina. She raised my grandkids in Black Mountain. She's still there to this day. In the home of Roberta Flack. Who knew? So today I'm here saying goodbye to Roberta Flack. And Roberta, rest in paradise. You will be missed. Until the next time, radio family, be kind to one another.